Hey, what's going on? Do you want to participate in this interview? Sure? Yeah, sounds fun. Cool. All right. Question 1. What is your favorite animal?
I'd probably say bees.
All right. And question 2. What's your least favorite part about being alive?
I would definitely have to say taxes.
Awesome. Well, all right. That's all we need. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
What's your least favorite part about being alive?
I'd probably say bees.
Okay, don't all of you throw your tomatoes at once, but I used to be a film student, and though most of that time was spent listening to men debate about The Last Jedi, I'd argue that at least some of it was actually helpful. And one of those useful times was when I learned about the Frankenword. It's often used in reality TV, and like Frankenstein, it is a word that is made up of other words that have been said. Sometimes in order to correct a mistake or to just add more drama, these editors will take a subject, take multiple sentences that they've said throughout filming, and use editing to cut the syllables or cut around these words and edit them together to make it sound like the person they're filming has said a sentence or a word that in reality has never been spoken. Which is freaky, and it's scary, and there's a lot of things to consider there, but put a pin in that, because that's not what we're talking about yet. We got to get to something else. The other day, I was, like usual, wasting my life on TikTok, and my For You page is mostly cats or people dorking around, so I wasn't exactly in critical thinking mode. So as I'm lying there with my brain on screensaver mode, this video comes up.
What the capital of Europe is?
Would be Russia.
This is bullshit. He asked me what the largest country was. I said Russia. He's clipping different answers together. This is not fair.
So I saw that and my reaction was, oh, this guy was asked a question and he got it wrong. So here he is trying to defend himself and try to make himself not look that stupid. That's pretty funny. I'd do that too. And so I kept scrolling. And then a few cat videos later, I know I'm sorry, I'm like this. Anyway, this comes up.
Absolutely not.
Why?
I like men.
What?
Hi, so I'm that girl in that video, and I just want to say the whole thing is completely scripted. I have social anxiety. I was like, what's the quickest way to get them to do this? And we did it, and it was fun and humorous, or so I thought.
And after that, suddenly it hit me. Yeah, street interviews are probably heavily edited all of the time. And I don't know how I missed that, because obviously if creators are going to post content with the goal of engagement, posting a boring street interview or one where all the questions are answered correctly would be really lame. And so it would make sense that they would want to stitch together a video of people getting the wrong answer or people saying something really weird in order to get the most result out of what they did. Maybe that first guy didn't get the question wrong, but the interviewer knew his video would do better if the guy's answer was wrong, so you get people liking the video because it's funny, people in the comments calling him dumb or answering correctly. It's a goldmine for engagement. And this isn't like I'm coming to some new realization. Like, I remember a while ago being at my grandparents' house and seeing Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon or whoever on the TV do those street interviews where people guess these super easy trivia games. And obviously the point of the bit was to say, Americans are so dumb these days, after people continuously got easy questions incorrect. And I remember saying, wouldn't it be really boring if these cameramen for this TV show were just out on the street all day asking these questions and everybody they talked to got it right? Like, wouldn't you be worried that you didn't have any material for your show? It would make sense that, they would pay someone $20 in order to get the wrong answer on TV. Or maybe they would just start asking incorrect questions in order to bribe these stupid questions out of people so they can go back to their boss with a lot more material. And then my grandparents would say, be quiet during Kimmel, and then throw shoes at my head. That's not true. They didn't throw shoes at my head. I made that up. The anecdote didn't have a punchline. I'm sorry for lying. But overall, I think my point stands. These interviews, especially the short form ones for Instagram Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, why wouldn't they be edited? There's a lot of reasons why these creators would re-edit or alter their interviews in order to provoke the best engagement, especially with everyone fighting for attention and engagement these days. And now that we've covered that and going forward, now we can, I don't know, who cares? I don't know, street interviews are kind of dull already. Like, I don't find them super engaging, and I don't really laugh at them. If a few of them are fake, then, like, that's fine with me. You know, as long as the interviewee is not getting hurt or there's no, like, overall bad agenda, then, you know, I think it's fine. Except, street interviews are a cog in the machine of the alt-right pipeline. My good friend Noah has a great video breaking this down, but in short, there are a collection of channels that do street interviews, primarily with women, with the agenda of riling up and deluding an audience of men. These creators target drunk women at night who might not be of sound mind and prone to impulse answers, and then probe them with a specific set of questions meant to elicit a response that sounds anti-men, pro-feminism, or that affirms that these women all think the same way. And not only is that method of interviewing really predatory and dishonest at least, and disgusting at most, if you look into the comments section of these videos, you can see that it's working. It is actually radicalizing this small group of people into developing a more anti-woman mindset. And yes, clearly there is a difference between these dark, negative, almost political interviews and then the bright and colorful TikTok ones. But there is a bit of a scary overlap between the two. I went back to this video and I decided to check out the page of the person conducting this interview. And looking at his page, it was a little worrying to see that the videos that performed the best, that got the best views, were the ones that used women as bait.
Would you date me?
No.
Why?
I just would not date you. I don't like the way you look.
You don't like the way I look?
Just say you're a multimillionaire and then you would be most handsome. Don't worry, dude. Many girls are attracted to the 15-year-old Justin Bieber look because she's stuck up. And this is from a girl wearing a jumper. Always the fours. This interaction could be fake. Maybe he paid her to say this. Maybe her response here is actually a bunch of other responses cut up. Or maybe she really said this. But either way, it's a little worrying to see a video like this perform so well, and then the comments are just germinating this kind of rhetoric. I think we all know that TikTok users in general skew younger, and a lot of the young men who might be on TikTok are probably in that phase where they're emotional, probably hormonal, and very bitter and angry at anything and everything. Like, I've been there. You'll get through it. And when you take that and mix in these creators who want views by any lies necessary, you end up seeing women or dating material in general being used as bait for these reactionary comments who end up being men just angry at women. The side effect, however, is that after these interview creators have collected their views and moved on, those commenters stay that way. They're still angry at women. They think what they saw was real. And that makes them more prone to slip further and further down into the hands of the alt-right and conservative algorithms and agendas that want to shape them into misogynistic Republican voters who want to change the world for the better of men. And that's not good. I don't think that's worth any amount of views on your little street interview.
You would never cheat on him?
Never.
Huh? Wait, what'd you ask?
Would you ever cheat on him?
Yeah, I would, but he wouldn't.
Whoa.
Because
Just saved him a lot of time, laughing, crying emoji. And yeah, that's bad, but here's the worst part. This makes me hella sad. Every day I'm reminded why I stay single, praying hands emoji. Listen to Tate. I don't know if this clip was edited or not. I don't think anyone besides the editor is going to know that, but clearly it is working alongside an agenda, and that agenda is working. Street interviews of all types are showing up on For You pages all across TikTok, and people are being exposed to this pre-selected and edited version of what people are like, and some people are so oatmeal-brained that they'll believe it and start hating women because of it. And to be fair, we can't pretend like this is a monolith. Not all street interviews are evil and trying to induct people into weird conservative mindsets. Some of them are fun and really just meant for entertainment.
Is an interesting thing about you?
I can make bubble octopus noises, which are, I just have to show you, you won't understand until.
Like, that was fine. You know, I don't feel alt-righty after watching that. But it's important to at least remember that street interviews like this are very easily faked. like very easily. And it isn't just confined to this topic. Like, I'm sure this video is going to be titled something like "We Can't Trust Street Interviews." But if we're being honest with ourselves, we kind of need to open that up to like all interviews. Everything that you see online is often edited to extreme degrees, including interviews. And I'm a little guilty of this myself. Sometimes when I work with people, they'll slip up or like mispronounce a word. And in editing, I will go into that audio track and try to cut around the mistake. So like, I use this power for good, but it's very easy to use it for evil. I feel like too often people see street interviews and assume that we're getting genuine reactions from like the American public. And in reality, we have to remember that it's gone through heavy editing before we even see it. We're being sold a version of events, and to believe it's entirely true is to look beyond the fact that it's very easily manipulated. It's like the Franken word that I mentioned in the beginning. Editing in general as a field will often require you to alter what has happened for any number of reasons. It's just part of the job. And when whoever is editing has an agenda, or if there's a very specific reaction they want, it can absolutely be used for negative purposes. And we need to remember that. That's really all I wanted to mention. I know this was a shorter video, but I hope you were able to take something from this. And if you're going to walk away from this video with one piece of information, I hope it's this. I am so stupid and nothing that I said was true. Please unsubscribe from this channel. Goodbye.
Kill one, fuck one, marry one out of 3 of us. We won't take any offense. Go.
I'll die.
Well, that's the end of the video. I appreciate you watching the whole thing. Please subscribe to my Patreon so I don't have to stay up so late doing this as often. You can also support me by following me on Instagram and, Twitter while we still have it. No word on that. I hope the rest of your day is good. I hope the rest of your week is good. Hell, the month. You deserve it. I'm sending you all of my positive energy. I don't know what it's worth, but use it if you can, I guess. And I will see you in the next upload that I do. Goodbye, The hell is this? Okay. Goodbye, everyone. I love you lots. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye. I said goodbye anyway. I'm not crazy.